Good evening, Eric Arnold, the Biggie, or I guess I should say good morning. Monday, August 3rd, probably about 2 in the morning here in the sports barn. Well, it was a terrible weekend. Could not hit water. If we fell out of a boat, I hope the hell you weren't riding me this weekend because you got smoked. And that's my fault. So don't feel great about that. I noticed we had a 33rd subscriber. I believe the gentleman was from Florida. I think, I can see information about subscribers when they have Google accounts. So I believe this gentleman was from Florida. His first name escapes me. Apologize. I read it 36 hours ago and didn't refresh my memory before I came out here to the sports barn. So thanks for joining. Sorry we got off to such a shitty start with you here. We're hoping to do better. Normally baseball is a marathon, although not this year. So we're going to try to get it back. We're not giving up. We gave up Sunday. I just took a day off. Just felt like relaxing and watching some NBA. And, well, I take that back. I don't think I watched any NBA Sunday. I watched some NHL. That was enjoyable. I watched the Sixers play Saturday night. Kind of looks like defense optional in the bubble. That was my impression. So I guess, I'm not sure what that means. Probably teams like the Houston Rockets then are probably looking pretty good. Teams that can score, I guess. Whoever plays defense probably when these NBA playoffs roll around, I mean anything, any kind of defense, will probably have a big advantage because it doesn't look like many teams are going to play any. Let's see, what do we got now? Well, let's do Sunday. Let's recap that. We didn't bet Sunday. Probably a good thing. I don't think there were a whole lot of games there. The series we've been riding pretty much just continued onward in the crumminess that we were accustomed to. So we probably just would have got buried here on Sunday as well. But this was our Saturday. We were right about this game. The White Sox did score a bunch of runs, and that was a winner, one of our few winners. The Astros just, didn't show up. And we were laying the 1.5. Well, it saved us, I guess, saved our ass because they've lost outright. Good job, Astros. Not only did the Red Sox not show up and get beat, I had to be mocked by one of my subscribers about why I even picked that game at all. And then, as it turns out, of course he was right. So, good for you, subscriber F. But yeah, I'm not, again, the Yankees beat the Red Sox again tonight, and, I think the thinking is sound. It's just, this is a funky year. This is a funky year, and I think it's very possible the Red Sox have already quit. They're 3-7 already. One of the frontline pitchers is already tapped out. It's very possible that the Red Sox are just dead money. Hard to say. It's such a funky year. I don't want to be that guy and go to that as my handy go-to excuse if I'm losing. Well, how can you possibly handicap in this goddamn pandemic? So I'm going to try not to be that guy. I'm going to try to man up and take my stupidity where it is. And this was stupid. This was just goddamn stupid right there. That's goddamn stupid. Hey, let me bet on the Mets. The Mets. God damn. That should be their name. The Mets. Pause King Mets. And then they lose their, I guess Cespedes, as much as you want to laugh at him, when he actually plays, and if you don't expect him to run or field, he does help that team. so he's not going to be helping them anymore. Who does that? I mean, what kind of people? I swear to God, I mean, you know, if I was working at fucking Burger King and I was going to quit, I would give them notice. I would at least give them a week or two notice. I wouldn't just disappear. You know, your employer's paying you, I don't know how many millions of dollars, and you just don't show. You just like, well, they'll find out later. I'll call it in whenever I feel like it. Who are these people? God. I guess they play for the Mets. All right. Thank God for this one. The A's squeezed through for us with a half-decent, we were laying some half-decent number there. And the A's have been just stumbling around, but they've managed to eke out now 2 consecutive very close wins against the Mariners. So that one saved the night from being a complete disaster. This is, again, stupid. Just stupid. I shouldn't have been on that one. I should have waited for the Rangers to hit the ball a little bit before I played them. And they actually did hit the ball today, Sunday. But, so, loss. So, negative lost weekend, complete disaster. Alright, what's next? Monday. That's today. Oh, by the way, if you're in on the Ghislaine Maxwell over-under if she gets killed, the over-under is 35 days. That's how long Epstein lasted before he did not kill himself. Somebody killed him. That's what we believe. 35 days is what Epstein lasted. August 7th is the 35th day, so that's rapidly approaching. Maxwell's made it this far. But so far, no shocking, exposés or disclosures, revelations. Clinton's name's been bandied about as being on the island, but, no definitive proof of that. So it's all been rather boring, I think. So, I kind of like to see something shocking come out here, or what's the point? Let's just convict this bitch and send her to jail for the rest of her life. Alright, this one, interesting. Here you got Eric Arnold, best pitcher in the league, against the Phillies who haven't played in a week. And, I just cannot fathom how the Phillies could possibly stay close in this game. I just can't see it. They weren't playing that well before they shut down. They haven't swung the bats in a week, and now they're asked to go face, Garrett Cole, who is just some crazy number in the last, 3 years. I mean, he wins 80% of his starts. I made that up, but I think I'm not way off on that. The Yankees score. They're facing Arrieta. He hasn't pitched yet this year. When he did pitch last year, he was short last year, 4, 5 innings. He'd run up his 80, 90, 100 pitches by the 4th, 5th inning. He'd be out. Then the Phillies bullpen, which is not good. On they come, so I can't see him being anything but short tomorrow, leaving the Yankees. They only have 8 innings to cover the run line. But I don't think they're going to need that 9th inning. They're scoring. They're going to, they might just pound Arrieta all by himself. We're going to lay this money on the run line here with the Yankees. This is a game I made up. I just took that model and threw it away for this game. This looks too good. It makes too much sense to me. I just don't see how the Phillies are going to hit Cole at all coming off a week layoff. Just don't see it. All he's got to do is throw strikes. And he's pretty good at that. So, I like this one. And we put a star on it. As you notice, our shitty record here, the 1-star games are the ones where I actually have a winning record on. It's these plan games, these model games where we suck. So I'm starting to hybrid my handicapping a little bit. We're going to try to mix and match and see if we can't, you know, again, that was foolish. There was no common sense involved in that one. This was a little foolish, but this is the real screw job here. I really screwed that up. Why on earth would you take the Mets? They don't play well in Atlanta. They're not playing well in Atlanta. They're not playing well, period. I overlooked the fact that they had gotten another shitty bullpen effort, blowing another huge lead, which would certainly indicate that they're going to come out all sad the next day, which they did. So that was just shitty handicapping all the way up and down. Mea culpa. Okay, what do we got here? See, this is a playing game. These are the damn playing games, these model games, and I had, you know, a tough time articulating why on earth, you know, I expect Kansas City to cover this. And what's my sheet say on this one? Yeah, see, you know, run, it has 2 stars on it, run. I don't know why Kansas City would cover that game. Kansas City's looking like a bad team right now. You know, Chicago, they're getting good pitching. You know, it's possible maybe Chicago's bullpen is just tired. You know, they went pretty, I think they went, I don't know how many innings today, but they went long. So maybe we're going to get into some not so good bullpen pitchers. I forgot to check if what's his name is pitched since that last Kimbrel, Mr. I Can't Throw a Strike. So I think the thinking is that this is just a place for the Cubs to take a breather and just kind of, you know, take a break. Here comes Kansas City. They need to change the scenery. They're not playing well. They didn't play well at home against the White Sox. Change the scenery, helps the Royals. I sure as hell wish that number was bigger. But that's what the number is. I mean, you know, you almost might want to just sit and wait if you actually believe this bullshit and you think Kansas City's going to win. Because it almost seems like that number will float higher. I'm arguing against my own pick. That's our confidence level at the moment. All right, here's 2, and again, let's see if we can articulate where we are with these. We're going to lay our highest rating here on the Giants. Johnny Cueto actually pitches pretty well against the Rockies, and he's actually pitched pretty well in Denver. The Giants, despite the beating they took today, are above 500, if you can believe that. I take that back. I mean, after what they did today, I guess they're exactly 500. But they're, you know, this is not a lost season for these guys. They got to be thinking to themselves, and they do have a number of younger players. Yeah, this isn't too bad. I mean, we're in this. We can still, you know, there's a reason to get out of bed. And now they're going and playing the divisional opponent, which I don't think is that much better than they are. You know, I think the Rockies and the Giants are pretty equal, despite the fact that the Rockies have gotten off to a good start. So I think we like the Giants dropping in here. Perhaps the Rockies maybe just feeling a little good about themselves. Cueto, we're hoping, gets them into the 6th, 7th inning. There you have it. That's our rationale there. All right, this one, the A's again, 3 stars here. We're going to lay that big price. Again, we think we got a starting pitching advantage. The A's have been grinding and grinding and grinding. And they just won 2 very close games now against the Mariners. This is the 4th game of the set. You know, I just kind of think it's going to go like this one did, where the White Sox were grinding and grinding and not hitting at all, and then they won a couple close games, and then they just kind of, You know, it's almost like when you're at the bathroom and you're trying to take a piss and it's crowded and you just got a little bit of that stage fright. You're like, come on, go. I gotta go. And then once you get that first stream going, you get a couple, the stream gets going, then you relax, and then you can take care of business. That's kind of what I'm thinking here, is these hitters now, they've got a little confidence. It's like, we've got some wins, we're winning. All right, let's just take it easy and go piss and go hit the ball and win the game. So that's what we're thinking, that the A's are going to score some runs and they're going to cover that number. This is not a good team, despite their hanging around against some better teams right now. Not a good team. So we're going to lay the number with the A's and see if they can't just go ahead and finish off the Mariners in this 4-game set. So that's what we got there for you. Monday, we got the Yankees with the run line, 1 star. The Royals, 2 stars at Chicago Cubs. The Giants, 3 stars at Denver. And the A's, 3 stars at Seattle. That's our story. Let's get some W's. Let's get back to 500. Let's stop the losing. Stop the losing! Stop! And see if we can't rediscover whatever we had going early last week. So, thanks. Good to see you. Thanks for subscribing. Hit the like button if you care to. And good luck, good night, good gambling.